If you've ever worked at an event venue, you know that feeling, right? That low-level hum of chaos just before the doors open? The sense that one tiny mistake could bring the whole thing crashing down? Well, today, we're going to architect a solution for that exact problem. We're going to build a system that swaps out that chaos for crystal clear clarity, step by step.
So here's how we'll do it. First, we're going to find the real source of all that chaos, and trust me, it's probably not what you think. Then we'll talk about the one big idea that solves it, creating a single source of truth. After that, I'll give you the actual blueprint, what I call the 4 pillars of clarity, and show you the amazing results. And we'll wrap it all up with one big question to figure out if your venue is actually built to grow.
All right, let's dive right into the deep end. That moment an event starts to go off the rails. We've all been there. But the real question is, who or what usually gets the blame? Think about it. Be honest. The wrong tablecloths are out, the AV guy's running late, that one crucial adapter is just gone. What's your immediate gut-level reaction? Who do you point the finger at?
It's almost always one of these 4, isn't it? The usual suspects. We say it was poor staff performance or a classic case of miscommunication. Maybe just simple forgetfulness or shoddy execution. And look, these feel like the right answers, but they're just symptoms, not the actual disease.
And here it is. This is the whole point. The problem isn't your people. It's the rickety, invisible infrastructure you're asking them to work with. It's a system that's pretty much designed to fail.
Does this scene look a little too familiar?
Yeah, key event details are lost in a 100-message-long WhatsApp chain, crucial instructions were just mentioned in passing in a hallway, and important files are scattered across who knows how many Google Drive folders. Come on, that's not a system. It's just a collection of workarounds and bad habits, and every single one is a tiny landmine waiting to go off.
And this is the hidden price you pay. Your team is scrambling behind the scenes, putting out fires that never should have started. And you know what? The client might not see the chaos, but they can feel the friction. It's that subtle sense that things aren't quite running smoothly, and it just chips away at their confidence.
So if the problem is a broken, fragmented infrastructure, the only solution is to build a better one. And that whole process starts with one powerful idea: centralization. A single source of truth for every single person on your team. Now, let's be super clear about this. When I say centralization, I'm not talking about micromanagement. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's about empowering your team by giving them one reliable, easy-to-find place for all the information they need to absolutely nail their jobs. I mean, the difference couldn't be more obvious. On one side, you've got this messy, fragmented system that just breeds confusion. And on the other, you have one centralized system that delivers total clarity. This isn't just a minor tweak. It's a game-changing shift in how you operate.
Okay, so theory is great, but how do we actually build this centralized system? Well, it all comes down to 4 core pillars that together create a solid blueprint for operational success.
Here they are: a unified event dashboard, a structured library for your standard operating procedures, role-based visibility, and automated internal notifications. Put them all together, and you get this powerful, self-correcting system that gets rid of all the guesswork. Let's break each one down real quick.
The first pillar is really the heart of the whole operation. Think of it as mission control for every single event. No more hunting through emails or folders. The timeline, the setup details, the equipment lists, who's doing what, it's all right there. In one place, you get total clarity with just a single glance.
Next up, your SOPs, your standard operating procedures. These can't live in a dusty binder on a shelf or just in your manager's head. They need to be digital, super easy to access, and always up to date. This makes training a breeze, cuts down on mistakes, and guarantees that everyone is following the exact same playbook every single time.
Pillar 3 is all about focus. It cuts through the noise. Your catering team doesn't need to be distracted by the AV checklist, right? And the setup crew doesn't need to see the bar inventory. By giving every person a clean, clear view of their specific tasks and deadlines, you kill the blame game and replace it with real personal accountability.
And finally, we have to reduce human error wherever we can. So when a client suddenly adds 20 guests or the floor plan gets a last-minute update, the system makes sure the right people know about it automatically. No more relying on someone remembering to pass the message along. This is what protects your consistency.
You know, this chart really says it all. A messaging app like WhatsApp is by its very nature disorganized and chaotic. A real operational system is built for accountability, has a searchable history, defines who owns what task, and leaves an audit trail.
Look, one is for chatter, the other is for flawless execution. It's that simple. So, we've designed this amazing, rock-solid internal system. But what does that actually do for the business? How does all this internal clarity turn into real external success?
Well, here's the beautiful thing about it. Your clients will probably never even know this system exists. They won't see the dashboard or your SOP library. And honestly, that's the whole point. They don't need to see the system because they feel its effect. What they experience is a team that moves with total confidence, a team that anticipates their needs, and a team that pulls everything off perfectly without any visible stress or last-minute panic.
And this sets off an amazing chain reaction that I like to call the professionalism multiplier. Your smooth internal coordination is seen by the client as pure excellence. That feeling of excellence leads to glowing 5-star reviews. And of course, those amazing reviews lead directly to more bookings. It's a simple formula. Internal clarity drives external growth.
And that brings us to our last and maybe most important question. It's a bit of a challenge, something for you to really think about when it comes to the future of your own venue.
So here it is, the moment of truth. If your bookings suddenly shot up by 20% next month, would your operations run like a well-oiled machine, or would the chaos just get 20% worse? If the very thought of more business makes you stressed out, that's the biggest red flag there is. It means your current systems are just too fragile to handle real growth.
And this is really the ultimate takeaway from all of this. You simply cannot deliver a premium, seamless, top-tier experience for your clients if your own internal operations are a complete mess. External excellence, true scalability, these things don't happen by accident. They are the direct result of building operational maturity from the inside out.